There is a quiet war that many people fight every day. Not with the world, not with other people, with themselves, the constant self-criticism, the overthinking, the endless internal analysis, the feeling that you are never enough, never ready, never quite right. At some point, you have to make a decision. Choose the light side and stop attacking yourself. Let yourself live. You don't need permission to exist fully. Let yourself live. Be here. In this moment. In this body. In this reality. Not inside your head replaying old mistakes or simulating imaginary disasters. Life happens in interaction. Act. Do something. Engage. Speak. Build. Move. Reality gives feedback. Thoughts only give speculation. When you act in the real world, you get real data. Sometimes it's success. Sometimes it's correction. But it's always better than the paralysis of endless thinking. Interact with reality. Too much self-reflection without action becomes distortion. Your mind left alone for too long becomes an echo chamber. It amplifies fears, it magnifies flaws, it invents problems that don't exist. But reality is grounding. You try something and you see what happens. You say something and you observe the reaction. You build something and you measure the result. Feedback from reality is clean. Feedback from your inner critic is rarely accurate. If you want clarity, act more. Focus on the good, intentionally. This is not about delusion, it's about direction. You become what you repeatedly focus on. If you constantly search for what's wrong with you, you will always find something. If you constantly scan for your failures, you will always discover more evidence. But if you deliberately look for what you did well, where you improved, what worked, what strengths you showed, what effort you gave, your perception shifts, you start building momentum instead of shame. Focusing on the good does not mean pretending weaknesses don't exist. It means choosing which side gets most of your attention. Reflect. Sometimes. Reflection is powerful, necessary even, but only sometimes. Reflection should be a tool, not a lifestyle. Analyze to adjust direction. Reflect to learn. Review to improve. Then move forward. If you live in permanent analysis mode, you stop living. You become a commentator of your own life instead of a participant in it. Think of it this way. 20% reflection, 80% living. That balance changes everything. The 80% rule. Spend about 80% of your mental energy noticing what's working, not in a naive way, in a strategic way. What you focus on expands. If 80% of your awareness goes to progress instead of mistakes, strengths instead of flaws, lessons instead of guilt, effort instead of perfection, you will feel stronger, you will act more, you will recover faster, you will live better than you can currently imagine. Not because life becomes perfect, but because your internal environment becomes supportive instead of hostile. Stop fighting yourself. The world is challenging enough if you don't need to be your own enemy. The harsh voice inside you thinks it's protecting you. It believes criticism creates improvement, but constant internal attack creates hesitation, fear, and exhaustion. Growth does not require self-hatred. You can improve from a place of respect. You can grow from a place of encouragement. You can correct yourself without destroying yourself. Choose the light side. Choosing the light side means acting instead of overthinking, engaging instead of hiding, learning instead of punishing, seeing the good instead of obsessing over flaws. It's a decision you make daily, sometimes hourly, and it changes everything. Let yourself live, be here, act, interact with reality, focus on the good. Reflect sometimes, move forward, choose the light side, especially when it would be easier not to. Your life will become lighter, stronger, and more real than you ever expected.